Prajeet. So, first of all, we talk about Vishnudev's heavenly origin, or the eight Vasus of the heaven. They tried to steal the Surbika of Vasishta, as we all know. But however, they were caught while doing so, and then the Vasus were cursed by Vasishta Muni to be born as humans on the earth. And then while they were preparing to take birth on the earth, they met Mother Ganga and then requested her to become their mother, and their father would be King Shantanu. Before marrying Shantanu, Ganga had appeared on the earth, and then before marrying Shantanu, she had put forth some uh, conditions, and this was that whatever Ganga did, King Shantanu should not interfere with her actions. And then one after another, they had seven children, and all of them Mother Ganga drowned them in the river Ganga, and because of the uh, promise, Shantanu Maharaj could not say anything to Mother Ganga. But when Mother Ganga was about to drown the eighth child, Shantanu Maharaj interfered and then asked her, demanded the reason behind her doings, and then Mother Ganga revealed her identity. And then Shantanu Maharaj realized, and then Mother Ganga took the child with her. After many years, when King Shantanu was on a hunting adventure, when he saw that the flow of Ganga was stopped by an dam which was made of arrows, and this was done by a youth, youth a young boy who was standing there, and he was quite astonished by the feat he had done. And then he prayed to Mother Ganga to appear before him, because he knew that this boy could only be his son. And then Mother Ganga told that this was the eighth son, and that he was trained by Parshuram, the Rishi, and other great saints, and he had mastered weaponry too. So this was the heavenly origin and a bit of youth of Bhishmadev. And then let's more. Later, once on a hunting expenditure, King Shantanu had seen the daughter of the king of the fishermen, Satyavati, and he was quite captivated by her beauty, and hence asked her for marriage. But the king of fishermen had put forth a condition that only his daughter's children could ascend to the throne of Hastinapur. However, Devavrata, or the eighth son of Ganga, and Shantanu, he was already decided to be the heir apparent, and hence Shantanu Maharaj could not marry Satyavati, but he was unhappy and uneasy too with whatever had happened. And then Devavrata, he saw that his father was uneasy, and he resolved to make get the solution for the problem. And when he got to know the reason behind the uneasiness of Shantanu Maharaj, he took an oath or a vow that he would never marry, and he would never ascend to the throne of the Hastinapur, and he would always stand for the throne of Hastinapur. Uh, uh, this ensured that the sons of Satyavati and then her sons would only be the kings or the rulers of Hastinapur, and then Shantanu Maharaj was able to marry Satyavati. And King Shantanu was very pleased with Devavrata's actions, and he was a bit unhappy too. So he blessed Bhishma with Ichha Mrityu, or Devavrata with Ichha Mrityu, which meant that he could only die if he himself wished. And at this time, the demigods were seeing all this, and they were crying for from the heavens, Bhishma meaning terrible, literally meaning terrible, because of the terrible oath Devavrata had taken, and from that day, uh, Devavrata was known as Bhishma. Now, after and then King Shantanu and Satyavati had two sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Chitrangada was the elder one, and he had died in a war against another Chitrangada who was a Gandharva. So there was only one person who could ascend to the throne of Hastinapur, which was Vichitravirya. However, he had no wives, and nor there was any heir apparent for the kingdom. For this reason, Bhishma went to Kashi, where there was the Swayamvar of the three daughters of the king of Kashi, and these were Amba, Mika, and Ambalika. Bhishma won all of the three, and however, Amba loved someone else, and he was the prince of Sabala kingdom. When Amba had confessed the truth, Bhishma allowed her to go and marry the prince. However, when she went to the prince of Sabala kingdom, he rejected Amba because she was won by another person who was Bhishmadev. And then Vichitravirya later too rejected her when she came back because she loved someone else. After all this happened, Amma wanted revenge for Bhishma because her life was almost devastated, and hell sought for help of Parshuram. Parshuram agreed and then asked Bhishma, he simply asked Bhishma to marry Amma, but we all know that Bhishma had taken the oath of Brahmacharya, hence he could not marry, and he simply said no. Then Parshuram then began a fight with Bhishma, and this fight was just never ending because both of them were very strong, and it was like there was a situation of stalemate. No one was going to win, and then after a long war about of 23 days, both of them took to divine weapons which could also destroy the whole world. So, seeing this, the demigods and Nardmuni intervened in the battle and stopped them, and cause they could have just destroyed the whole world. And then because Amma could not get her revenge, Amma then commenced their austerities and pleased Lord Shiva. Then Lord Shiva blessed her to become the reason of Bhishma's death later on, and Amma later took birth as Shikatmi, uh, the son of Drupada. So when Vichitravirya died out of tuberculosis and without leaving any heir for the throne. And there we all know that Vasudeva was brought and the princesses were rewarded with children. And a male too had a child, and these children were Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura from the maid. Yeah, and then we directly come to the Kurukshetra war. In between, there are some points that we should know that Vishwadev had hired Dronacharya for the teaching of the Pandavas. And then we all know that about Mahabharata and then how it ended up in the war. So in the war, as we know that Vishwadeva took the oath that he would stand by the throne of Hastinapur, so he had to fight with the Kaurava army against the Pandava army. Bhishmadev was the supreme commander of Kaurava army. Although Bhishma did not want to side the Kauravas, he had to because of his oath. Bhishmadev was the biggest trouble for the Pandava army because he had instrumental and he was a way too strong, and it was just impossible to kill him. It is said that Bhishmadev, on an average, slayed 10,000 infantry soldiers every day, and this is only the infantry. Uh, and including all others, it could be a very big number. Bhishmadev was reluctant to kill the Pandavas because they were very dear to him. And they were dharmic too. Noticing this feeling in Bhishmadev, Duryodhana provoked him and made Bhishmadev vow that he would either kill the five Pandavas or make Krishna break his vow. And Krishna had made this vow that he would not sort to weapons in the war. And the next day, Bhishma was too heavy for the Pandava side, and he was fighting he was too overpowered. And while fighting Arjuna, Bhishma had severely injured Arjuna and Krishna too. So Krishna was angry with Bhishmadev, and then he took a wheel of a chariot and then charged towards Bhishmadev. As you just saw that he took up the wheel, and here Krishna's oath was broken, and the vow was broken. And this is all in Virya Ras, and this is the exchange of rasa between Bhishmadev and Krishna. And then Krishna was then Arjuna grabbed Krishna's legs and pleased him to stop before he could attack, so that he would not attack Bhishmadev. And then Bhishmadev was captivated by the form of the Lord, this form where there was blood oozing from his body, and there was sweat, and then there was dust, and Krishna's uttari had fallen down, and then this was all in vigorous. At the end of that day, this was the ninth day, the Pandavas held a discussion on how should they kill Bhishmadev, or rather, how should they eliminate Bhishmadev from the war? And Krishna suggested that they should ask Bhishmadev himself, because it's not possible to kill him until he opens. And then Bhishmadev told the Pandavas, and they requested him, and Bhishmadev told the Pandavas that he would not use his weapons in front of a person who was a female in their past life. And this was directly going towards Shikhandi, or Shikari, who was the son of Drupada. And then the next day, at the 10th day, Shikari accompanied Arjuna. And when then they were facing Bhishmadev, and then Bhishmadev did not lift his weapons, nor did he make any move, because there was Shikandi, who was a female in his past life. Then Arjuna pierced Bhishmadev's body with thousands of arrows. It said that there was no space for even another arrow to pierce Bhishmadev's body. And then at this time, Bhishmadev was on the bed of arrows. And on the 10th day of the war, Bhishmadev was on the bed of arrows and continued to lie on it for another 51 nights and another 52 days. And in his last days, we all know that uh, Bhishmadev instructed Yudhishthira Maharaj on several topics like how to rule and Srirang and Rajadharma and all of this. And at the end, Bhishmadev completely took off his mind from all the topics and focused his mind on the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, who was in front of him. When the sun entered Uttarayan, Bhishmadev left his body and went back to Lord Krishna's abode. So this was the we shortly went through Bhishmadeva's life, and there's an interesting fact that Bhishmadev saw 5 generations, like it was, and he was very aged till the end of the Kurukshetra war, and Bhishmadev is one of the Mahajanas, as we all know, and he is in the Vidyarasa exchange with the Lord. Here we end our presentation. Thank you very much.
Hari Bol.
Oh, yes.